Match number 2 is here, guys. It is for you and you and you and you. It's a full. It is. Oh, it's a It's a It's a matchup of the Gorgs. Bottom dweller, and yet higher score than Despicable Me. Ballroom Heroes is coming into this matchup at 5-5. Needs this victory to keep them alive. 5 and alive. I'm rhyming. See, maybe my time off didn't affect my rhyming skills, yo. Man, I could be your rapping fantasy man. I'd be like, what? Greg Olsen, yeah. Vic, huh? What? Cam Newton, huh? Sophomore slump, what? Anyhow, man, I don't want to twist your lids, think that I can do all that, and you guys be like, damn, you know, mine's been blown shit, but I'm going to move on. Anyhow, Despicable Me coming in at 6-3. Oh, I just wanted to round there. It's actually 6-4. Not quite as good as 6-3, actually. He actually needs this lead to keep in the playoff picture. He is hanging on by a thread, and any loss in that division or in any of the people other than the bottom two could be disastrous. This is actually a very big matchup. ESPN at the moment doesn't have everything because Ballroom Heroes has yet to completely fill out his lineup. Obviously, Marshawn Lynch on a bye, he's going to be out. I would assume Alfred Morris is going to go into his place. I would also assume that he might get rid of Turner off his team because he's running like an 89-year-old man. 89-year-old. The guy, he's gained 20 years in the last 2 weeks. Michael Turner's not what he was. I would definitely maybe look at the free agent wire or start maybe a Lance Moore against Oakland, or throw a trade if you're really trying to get into the playoffs. I might want to have a trade. You have Vincent Jackson that is definitely worth something, and same thing with Marshawn Lynch. A 2-for-1. Definitely would work with a team like yours. I would try to get it done. Or you could trade for one of the people that are pretty much out of the playoffs already and looking to pick up draft picks. That's the only way you're going to get in, and it's not like you're too far out. You're only a game behind the playoffs. So, anyhow, let's get into the matchup a little bit. Like I said, Despicable Me is heavily favored at the moment, 119-72. Of course, that will change a little bit. I'm sure he's still going to be favored a little bit, probably more that 119 to maybe 90, something like that. So still a big difference here. We look at the quarterbacks. Surprise. I'm really surprised that he wasn't starting earlier or that he hasn't been picked up or anything like that. Carson Palmer has actually had a very, very good fantasy year, especially for an undrafted quarterback. He's averaging 17 points. He's a top 10 fantasy quarterback, meaning that he should be starting in every single ESPN standard league. Who would have said that in the beginning of the year? I wish I came up with it because you guys know I wanted to be shutting up about that anytime soon. He's projected for 20 against New Orleans. I'm going to actually say he's going to go around 23 against New Orleans. New Orleans defense still getting a little bit better, but they're still giving up 400 plus yards a game. So that's a lot of points, a lot of opportunities for Palmer. And they're playing in Oakland, so that should definitely help them out. Jay Cutler for Ballroom Heroes. This is the problem. He's got Jay Cutler and he's got Alex Smith. Right now, they say that Jay Cutler will not play, and it's probably going to be Jason Campbell, but they are saying that Alex Smith looks like he's going to play. That's what came out today, that he is on track to be playing Monday. He passed the test that he needed to today. We'll see how it progresses. Hopefully he doesn't have, move back a little bit. But I'm sure he's going to keep a very, very close eye on that. They're saying 0 points for Cutler, obviously. At the moment, doesn't look like he's going to play. Smith, if you read, he's not he's only questionable right now. He did, like they said here, he has passed the concussion test this week and appears to be on track to start Monday against the Bear. That's from Shefty. We'll see if that holds true, but definitely either quarterback. I think actually Alex Smith will put up about 15 points against the Bears. And I really don't think Cutler's going to play, so I don't think him. But if you just go out and you get like a Campbell, you can just Campbell. But I don't know if I would want to play him against the Niners defense. I'd maybe try to find somebody else. Anyhow, so like I said, I say 15 points for Alex Smith, assuming that that's who you're going to be playing. Running back number 1 for Despicable Me is Arian Foster against Jacksonville. He is projected at 24 points. Seems about right. Jacksonville blows. I'm going to assume instead for running back number 1, it's not going to be Lynch. It's going to be Alfred Morris. Morris, I think, is going to put up about 14 points. Running back number 2 spots, Despicable Me has Stephen Hawking. They have him projected at 8. I don't see that happening. Give me 4 for him against the Atlanta defense, who's going to be awful pissed off about their loss. Michael Turner for Barroom Heroes, like I said, I think he should drop him, go get somebody else, or make some trades. But if he keeps him in, I think the projection at 5 is just about right on. Flex spot, Josh Morgan on Washington for Despicable Me. Project him at 12 against Philly. I'm actually going to put him lower. I'm going to say 9 points for him. Flex spot for Barroom Heroes is Ryan Matthews. They're projecting him at 14 against a Denver defense who's playing very stout. Give me 8 points. Receiver, Deshaun Jackson. They're projecting Deshaun at 6. I think that's right on, especially if Falk plays. If Vic plays, I think it's going to be maybe 10 or 11. Vincent Jackson against Carolina. They're projecting him at 16. I think that's right on. We were all worried what he was going to do without Rivers, but Vincent Jackson's a lot better talent than any of us thought. He's still putting up big numbers. Number 5 receiver this year, averaging, what is he averaging? Just over 12. I think 16 is just about right against that Carolina defense. In receiver spot number 2, you got Reggie Wayne against New England. Reggie, man, he's a top 10 receiver. Who would have thunk it? Reggie's going to keep going. 16 points against Green Bay for me. And Eric Decker from Denver against San Diego's Barroom Heroes, number 2 receiver. They're projecting him at 12. I think he's going to put up a little bit more. I think he's going to get touchdowns, a good amount of yards. Give me 16 points for Decker this week. At tight end, we got Carolina's Greg Olsen. And we know that Despicable Me has him just because he used to be on the Bears. You Bears fans are so fucking predictable. It's sickening. Anyhow, Greg Olsen. Can you believe, though? I'm looking at this. I didn't even notice this till now. That tight end, Greg Olsen, is averaging only 7.2 yards. 7.2 points per week. And he's still the number 6 tight end. It's just weird. Tight end numbers have been really kind of fell a lot this year. Anyhow, Greg Olsen, they're projecting him at 9 against Tampa. Give me actually 5. Brandon Pettigrew for Detroit. They're projecting him at 5. Say that's just about right. We have Bengals. Defense for Despicable Me against KC. Gotta like them. Give me 12 points for the Bengals. And the Texans defense against Jacksonville, they're projecting at 11. Give me actually 16 for them. And Sebastian Janikowski against New Orleans, gotta like that. New Orleans gives up a lot of points, though, so I think there's going to be a lot more touchdowns than field goals, so give me 7 points for that. And Matt Bryan for Atlanta against Arizona, they're going to be scoring a lot. That 9 projection, right on target. Overall, Despicable Me projected at 119. I think he's not coming close to that. I think he's going to put up 93 points. Barroom Heroes If he just switches out and takes out Lynch and puts in Morris, I think he actually puts up 86 points this week. It still loses. If he makes some wheeling and dealings or maybe picks up a good free agent out there, I know two that I would personally go with. But respect for Despicable Me, I will not say exactly who it is, but they are out there, some nice ones. Don't look at just projected points. Look at someone that maybe gets a lot of targets or is sitting behind someone who might have been hurt. Anyhow, like I said, Despicable Me is going to win here. It's going to knock out Barroom Heroes. Congratulations, 7-4 Despicable Me. Barroom Heroes, prove me wrong.